Hey, what's up, Step by Step family? From the other video that I put out, I want to show you all another very important piece of equipment that you want to have handy in case you have something like this to happen. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, Step by Step family. So I want to share with you all, like I promised, that very important tool that you all want to invest in if you're able to, and that is a handy dandy chainsaw. Now let me show you all, this is of course what happened to us. If you saw our previous video, we had a couple of trees that fell over and on the house. This is one of the trees right here. It is resting on the house, so we're going to have to cut that down. And if you're in a similar situation like this, where you're in a snowstorm, ice storm, you're going to want to have one of these things because they do come in handy. So I have my son here, and he's going to explain to you all what we're going to do with this tree and a little bit about this chainsaw in case some of you may not know what to do. Go ahead.
All right, so we have just a regular Husqvarna chainsaw. Starting it is just like starting any weed eater. You just prime it. You just pull your choke out right here, and you just pull it to start. So that's pretty simple, just like starting a weed eater or a leaf blower. The plan with this whole tree is the tree is rested on the house, so we don't want to cut it in the middle because then it's going to wind up scraping along the house. We don't want to drag it off because it's going to wind up ruining parts of the house that we don't want to break. So the plan is to tie a rope up to the end of it, hook it up to one of those trees, and hoist it up, and then push it off the house, and then cut it up from there.
Okay, if you don't mind, can you just do a very quick demonstration for those who may not know? Most people may know, but for those who do not know, can you just do a very short demonstration on how to start a chainsaw and how to turn it off?
All right, so you'll just flick your switch right here. This is your on switch. You push it down to stop it. You flick it up to start it. This is your choke. I've already started it today, so I don't need to use the choke.
Okay.
And
the primer is to do what?
The primer, it just pushes fuel into your motor.
Okay.
So then you'll just literally...
All right. Now, can you give people just really quick safety tips on what not to do when they have a chainsaw if they've never used one?
Yeah, so the main thing is, say this is a tree that you're cutting, never cut with the tip of your blade because it's going to kick back on you.
Okay, so never cut with the tip
of your blade,
that,
or
okay.
even like that.
Okay.
Unless you absolutely have to, because it's going to kick back on you. You always want to have it up against the tree as close as possible, and then you'll just kind of work it like a little seesaw.
Okay, so it needs to be close to the base,
right?
As much as
possible.
possible.
You never really cut like this either, unless cutting it right here will pinch your blade. Never come from under it, because it's just going to kick it back out towards you.
Okay.
And you'll wind up cutting yourself.
Okay, we don't want that. Anything else important?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, so guys, I'm going to show you all as far as how we're going to get this humongous tree off of our house without damaging anything. And just stay tuned and just watch how we work. Bye. Okay, so we're in the back section of the house. I don't know if you all can hear me. And my son's up there. He's going to cut off the limbs that are kind of in the way.
Alright, so we're having to remove the tree from off of the top of the house. So myself and my boys, we're in the process of doing that now. Now, one of my sons has already cut the top branch that was actually on the house. It actually put a little puncture in the roof. So he's already cut that part where the hole is and taken some of the branches off for us. So what we did was, and I'm sure my wife is going to show you the front part of the house, we ran a rope to my dually up into the tree, and we made like a little lever. So up into the tree, we got it wrapped up through the Y, and where it's coming down up under, and we've got it going up under the tree to give a little bit of support. because they're going to have to grab the tree and push it off of the house. It's not really that heavy, but anyway, that'll give us a little bit of support. So we're getting ready to take the tree off of the house now.
Okay, so here's the deal. My son right here is cutting towards the base of the tree because it's still stuck in the ground and it's not wanting to move. We have a rope here that's attached to the front of our truck, and I'm going to back up and leave some tension, which is going to raise this end of the tree up off of the house. Then I have my son on top of the house that's going to lift it up and guide it, and my husband down here at the end is going to pull the tree back so that basically it's like this, and it's going to twist, and then we can gently let it down. So that's the plan, and we'll see if it works. All right, so it looks like everything was successful. Look at my smart engineering man. Come on, baby, show it to me. Look at my young man right there. Come on, this is what I'm talking about. This is teamwork and family working together. There was no damage to the house whatsoever.
Well, where the hole is on top of it.
Well, other than that, but that wasn't us. Okay, so let me tell you all real quick. A chainsaw is super important to have, especially when you have situations like this. If you had an ice storm, you had trees all over, you'd have to wait for the city or somebody to come and take them down. If you have your own chainsaw, you could do it yourself. But not only that, now you have free firewood.
And have a truck.
And you need a truck. I mean, you don't have to have a truck. My husband's got a truck. But anyway, my point is that now we can cut these trees, this tree up, and we can let it season, and we can have it for firewood for later on in the year. So anyway, we got free firewood out of it and teamwork to go with it. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye.